And today's video, I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to be that guy, that bossy guy that's like, well, you make it sound so easy. Well, nothing's easy. Doing nothing can be easy. There's the consequences is a problem. But a lot of times people struggle with discipline. They don't know what to turn to or how to even construct their day. And now a lot of people are like, that doesn't make sense. But most of us probably have areas of our life that we need to focus on and to pay more attention to. Sometimes people, they don't know what's not working for them. They think they're doing everything right. And I'm not here to say that you're wrong. But I did come up with a list, and it's a list of things, comparatively over the years that when people are doing these 7 things, it's convenient, so it's catchphrase, 7 things to do in the day. It's true, though. If you can do them and do some variation of it, because they're broad in a sense, but they're also like milestone things, like things in the day that should have occurred or need to occur. Because if you don't do those things on a regular basis, your lifestyle derails. Like even just like eating meals. Most of us think, we just assume everyone kind of eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You start asking people, a lot of people skip breakfast. Some people have a lunch that's sort of, and then dinner tends to be a staple, but then sometimes people skip dinner. So then when do you eat? I snack in little things here. I get little bags of this and that. So that's gross. So don't mind me, but I am going to give you I should have thought of this before, so I started recording. 7 things to, here, this is better. 7 pillars of the day. That's very grandiose, but let's go with it because I don't have a thesaurus open. First pillar, the first thing to do is to wake up. Before, I put 8 a.m. Now, a lot of people wake up way before that. And they'll be like, oh, I already do that. I wake up at 5:30. I wake up at 4:30. I wake up at 3. You get the point. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, let's say students, let's say people who, they start their day later. They'll be like, I get up around 10 a.m. It's probably closer to 11:30 some days. And their day derails. And some people will be like, well, if I start my day later and I go to bed later, then who cares if I sleep in? The sun cares, because the sun, despite some seasonal variation, does kind of want to get up early. You should be getting up with the sun. You should try. And our brains and our nervous system and our chemistry really likes the sun. The more of the sun that you can see, the happier you're going to be. It's a rhyme. I didn't mean to do that. Shift workers obviously have a little bit of a pass, but even them, they suffer. I always get people try to get out of that job. And even if you go to bed late, and even if you've had a really, really bad night of sleep, try your best to be up before 8. Before doesn't mean 7:59, you're still asleep. 7 a.m. would be even better. 6 a.m., oh, wow. Show off. But try. University students, people in between jobs, whatever your reason being, don't sleep in. You are wasting your day, your life, your drive. Your morning cortisol is probably peaking at about 7 a.m. If you're asleep at 8, you've missed your first caffeine boost of the day. Internal. And then you'll be relying on those external caffeine boosts. So wake up early. The second pillar is self-care. Self-care I left broad as well. And that looks like making your bed, brushing your teeth, have a shower, put on clean clothes. Again, People say, well, everyone does that. Nope. Not everyone. A lot of people don't do half of those things. Maybe even all those things. Maybe even brushing your teeth. I've had people tell me, on a good day, oh my goodness me. Like maybe they brush later on, but in the morning, they're a write-off. Self-care and those elements that, are a good way to show your internal situation that you care about your existence. If you don't make things neat, if you don't prepare things appropriately, that's a bad message. Like it's a bad external message, but it's an even worse internal message. Even people who don't put food on a plate, they just eat out of like a pot or eat over the sink. Stop it. People will say, well, it's just faster if why make my bed? I'll just kind of fold the sheet back over and at night I'll fold it back. I'm like, doesn't it feel nice to lie on crisp, flat sheets? That feels good. You should do that. And now we're getting to this idea that there are things that innately feel good, but they take effort, prep time. There is an investment, a small investment in your resources, and these are not actions that are profitable in theory. Some people will be like, well, obviously if you wear a nice suit, you're going to get things, all that stuff. Sure. But really, like, there's an internal interest that you're building by caring for yourself. If you haven't had a carrot, if you haven't had a haircut, like a professional haircut, please go. A lot of people during COVID, they were just, I did it myself. But now every month I go to the barber. It's a good feeling. Let someone else do whatever's going on up here. That's pillar number 2, self-care. We haven't even, yeah, I squeezed in an extra pillar. There's going to be 6, but there's 7. Pillar number 3, have things to look forward to and recall things you are grateful for. Now, that sounds very up in the hillsy, but that's cool. But it's true. Looking forward to things, like having things scheduled, is very important, which I'm going to go into later. But actually having some sense of like, life's good. You have to have that. Because if you wake up and you think life sucks, your day is already ruined. And framing can mean a lot of things. You put a picture in a frame. You can frame a situation in a certain way when you discuss it. Framing things makes all the difference in the world. Glass is half full versus glasses half empty. It's easier said than done. I know. Pillar number 4 is eat breakfast. You have to eat breakfast. Don't tell me you're intermittent fasting. You don't know what that is. If you are doing it, do it with a professional. Fine. But more often than not, you must have breakfast. There's no excuse. I have to run out the door. If you have to run out the door, you're not waking up in time. And your I spoiled it. Your breakfast has to have protein. The reason being, it'll make you feel fuller longer. You don't want to be snacking all the morning. You don't want your energy crashing throughout the afternoon. And then base your day around 3 meals. Breakfast, a noontime lunch, not 2 o'clock, and then your dinner at the end of the workday. Base your day around that. Because now pillar number 5 is after you eat breakfast, then you work. Work can be your job. Work can be school. Work could be cleaning your house. Work could be exercise. Everyone's got different situations. Do something. And work, I qualify it as it is an action, something you're doing, something, accomplishing something, movement where possible. Some people have a desk job. That's fine. Move around when you can. Pillar number 6, break up monotony. So in your day, schedule breaks so you don't get tired or burnt out or bummed or bored. But then on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, have things you have to look forward to so that you don't burn out. Because the worst thing is when life is stressful and you hate doing what you do, you got nothing to look forward to. It's just the day, next day blurs into the next day, blurs. Who cares about anything at that point? But unless you got something next Thursday, I'm looking forward to next Thursday. It might be Monday of the previous week, but I can't wait for the next Thursday. And then the last pillar is sleep. But sleeping well, the same time every day, good quality sleep, which means you have to have a good sleep hygiene. Don't go 11 o'clock one night, 3:30 in the morning the next night, 12 o'clock the next night, all-nighter, crash at 6 p.m. the next. Your brain is like, I don't know what's happening. Same time, every day. So from the top, wake up early, before 8, before. Self-care, make your bed, brush your teeth. Have something you look forward to. Be grateful. Eat your breakfast. Schedule your day around 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Work throughout the day. Do something. Break up monotony with work. Scheduling breaks and things you look forward to daily, monthly, weekly. Daily, weekly, monthly. And then sleep. I feel like a lot of people will be like, I do all those things already. But do you? Do you do them well? Do you do them consistently? Do you do your own version of it? Well, I don't have breakfast, but I have a good lunch. I have a smoothie at the smoothie hut. And then I have a nice dinner. And then I ate a bag of chips after dinner. So you're not doing that. I go to bed, but I wake up at 4 and then I can't sleep and I work out. You're you're using up your good sleep quality. That's your beauty sleep. You're going to get ugly, fit and ugly. It's not a way to live through life. So think about these. Do them. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's just basic. Very, very basic. Basic, meaning everyone should just be innately doing it because your body running on a 24-hour clock in a solar system needs to do all these things in a day. That's all. I can't find the stop button.